Hi folks, welcome to today's Bobcast. I'm Bob Benny.
I'm Jessie Thompson.
And we're both certified financial planners, CFPs with Bob Benny Wealth Management right here in Lincoln, Nebraska. And today's Bobcast is part of a series we're doing on biblical financial principles. And what's the title of this one?
This one is going to be about stewardship. And we are doing these once a month, these biblical financial principles series. And the reason that we decided to do this is because we believe, and the Bible says, it's mentioned over 2,000 times in the Bible, money is, that money matters to God. And the reason why money matters to God is because the way that we use money is a reflection of our heart, both towards God and towards other people, which God says are the two greatest commandments, right? Is love Him and love others. And so this topic is about stewardship, and the first verse that we're going to start out with is Psalm 24:1, which says, "The earth is the Lord's and everything in it," which also includes everything that we think is our own stuff, right?
Like my car, my house, my money, my office, my company.
Yeah, my family, my job, my kids. Every responsibility and blessing that we have been given is really something, it's really owned by God, right? It's God's, and it's just placed in our hands for a little while to steward it and take care of it. And really, the point of us stewarding something is to grow God's kingdom with it.
Yeah. So the first verse that or the second verse, I guess you already gave one verse, is going to be what's called the parable of the talents. And it's in Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 through 29. And it's not just about money, but in this they call it bags of gold, but it's the concept.
The definition of a talent is like a bag of gold
or silver.
It can be gold or silver, but really what it's talking about is any of your resources.
Any of your resources. I'm just going to kind of paraphrase this one because it's very long. So there was this master or an owner, a landowner, or whatever you want to call it, a wealthy guy, was going to go on a journey. So he called in his servants and he entrusted his wealth to them. And one of them, there's three of them. One of them he gave 5 bags of silver. To another he gave 2 bags of gold. To another one he gave 2 bags of gold. To another one he gave 3 bags or 1 bag of gold. So one got 5, another got 2, another got 1. Then he went on his journey, and when he was gone, the guy who got 3 let me start over. When he was gone, the man who received 5 bags of gold went at once and put the money to work, and he doubled it. He gained another 5 bags of gold. The servant that got 2 bags of gold, he put that money to work, and he doubled it too, and he got another 2 bags of gold. But the one who had received 1 bag of gold went off and dug a hole and buried and hid his master's money. So then the master came back after a long time to settle things up with the servants, and the man who had gotten 5 bags of gold and doubled it brought the 10 bags to the master, and he said, "Look, you gave me 5 bags, I gained 5 more." The master said, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful in a few things. I'll put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness." So the same kind of thing happened with the guy that had 2 bags. He doubled it, gained 2 bags more, and he came back. The master came back and he said, "Look, here's what I did. I doubled it. I gained 2 more." And the master again replied, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful with a few things. I'll put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness." But then you got the guy that had received only 1 bag of gold. He said, "Master, I knew that you were a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid, so I hid your gold in the ground. See, here's what belongs to you." Well, the master wasn't happy about that. He said, "You wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I haven't sown and gather where I haven't scattered seed? Well, then you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers so that when I returned, I would have at least got it back with some interest." So then he told the others, "So take the bag of gold from him and give it to the one who has 10 bags. For whoever has will be given more, and they'll have it in abundance. whoever doesn't have, even what they have will be taken from them. And throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So that's part paraphrasing and part reading. Sorry.
And so, like we said, this is Jesus talking, telling this parable. He's not just applying this to money. He's applying it to any resources. And what he's basically saying is that as God's servants, if we want to be good and faithful servants, we're taking the things that God has entrusted to us, that our master has entrusted to us, and we are trying to grow his kingdom with it. We are trying to grow those and invest those things that he's given us for his kingdom in the way that he would have done it. At the end, the master talks about, well, you knew that I like to invest and grow my wealth, but you went and buried my wealth in the ground. Well, it's kind of like God has given us this wealth or resources or whatever you want to say, and we're supposed to be using it the way he would want us to use it.
So tell them about Luke. Read Luke 16 verses 10 and 11 and why this matters, Jess.
This is a separate verse on a separate subject, but it's also Jesus talking. And he says, one who is faithful in very little is also faithful in much, and one who is dishonest in a very little is also dishonest in much. If then you have not been faithful in the unrighteous wealth, who will entrust to you true riches? No servant can serve two masters. Either he'll hate one and love the other, or he'll be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money.
So what does this mean from a financial perspective? You don't have to stress about money because it's not yours anyway, it's God's. He says in the Bible that he even feeds the sparrows. He takes care of everything. He takes care of us. And he's taking care of all of you that are watching this video. All of our lives he's taking care of us. So we don't need to worry about it. Our only job is to use and invest that money wisely. Investing it, as far as like financially investing it, like what we do, help people with invest their savings and their retirement savings, that sort of thing. Don't not make financial decisions based on fear or based on greed, but also to invest in others, to be generous with it, to give to churches and charities and help expand God's kingdom. That's what we're supposed to do with our money.
So thank you for joining us. Tune in next month for our next biblical financial principles, and we hope you have a great week.